So in the comments, guys, I'm often asked in my Super Formula videos, how do I use the push-to-pass system effectively? That system that just by the press of a button on your steering wheel gives you 200 seconds of extra power, of course with a 100-second cooldown time. And I think the general practice was when this car first came out and we were familiarising ourselves with this system, that we would just save that 200 seconds for the end of the race and just use it all up then. Or people didn't realise how to use it. It was activated from the get-go and then they had none of it when it came to the end of the race. Well, I've developed a bit more of a strategy, a bit more of a thought process in regards to how I use this system now, and I use it more throughout the duration of a race. And this race in particular, I think I do a good job of explaining my thought process of how I use this system. Of course, every race is different, so there's never the same strategy used race in, race out. But the same kind of principles are maintained and taken from race to race. And I do a good job of doing this because I have to use this push-to-pass system to attack and defend throughout this race. 20 minutes fixed at Silverstone once again, having a blast here. And yeah, I hope you guys can learn something from this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have your own strategy in regards to using this system? And hopefully, yeah, this will bring you some better results and use this system more effectively in the future. Let's go.
21
All right, here we go.
10 laps. Are you ready? Go.
Few slow starters. Someone's well wide there.
Car left. Clear left. Car left.
Oh my god, what's he?
He's still there. Clear left. Clear left.
I have no idea what happened there. I had no intention of that happening, but yeah, I don't know. Car looks fine as well. I think the car and he's outside started to close in on him as I was there. Don't know. Not going to worry about it now. I'll focus on it after the race. And then I think the contacts he had with me made him going to him. I don't know. Difficult to tell from my angle. But car's fine. Let's just take the luck and roll with it. Wow, so much dirty air there. Car didn't want to spin, move, sorry, turn. We don't want spins.
B11.
That car in front, the yellow and red one. We just saw exactly what happens when you keep your foot in it with the dirty air. You run extremely wide. Not enough downforce. Wow, 6x already. Not good. P11's good though. 1 IR gain. Can't keep it nice and tight.
Going out on track limits. Keep it between the lines.
No point using push-to-pass right now because I lost the opportunity to stay close there.
has just done a 136.4.
As I said in the previous race, the slower corners are where I'm really struggling to feel this wheel. That is someone taking a slowdown in the least ideal place possible. Okay, this is good. He's using his pusher pass, so we can offset this. Use it next lap. He obviously wanted a bit of extra speed down the straight there.
Time to get defensive, mate.
He now can't use it for 100 seconds. So I'm now going to turn it on and hopefully stay close for Magnus and Beckett's here.
You cut the track.
Off track for my troubles, which wasn't ideal. I need to try and get past him if I can. I'm going to leave this pusher pass on a bit longer.
0.9. On your right. Right side's clear. Car left. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there.
Fuck's sake, free wide.
Still there.
Comes Matthias.
Still there. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
Jesus. Woo! Little bit hairy there.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Matthias tried to go around the outside of Cops. I defended. Now they're side by side. Good, good.
The gap in front is increasing.
Giving us a bit of breathing space. Not full on though. Again at it behind. That's it, lads. All started from me making that move. Or him going so defensive, really. But that felt super good. A cut back into turn one.
Don't let this guy distract you.
8 seconds until push the pass turns on. Yeah, they're more focused on each other, which is good. That's good. Silverstone, man, I swear you don't get any... I swear I don't experience any other racing, or the racing that I get here, at any other circuit. I'm probably biased, but I just don't feel like I do anywhere else. There's other tracks I love, and I love racing. But every time I come to Silverstone, I just have a mega race, or I have mega racing.
looks okay. You've just done a 137.3.
Alright, he's in a tow now. But he will be in the dirty air. And they're super close behind. Three cars within a second of me. Well, 2 seconds of me, pretty much. How's that an off track?
Keep it between the lines, track limits.
So, plan is at the moment we have 4 laps remaining. I'd obviously love to gain positions ahead, but that's not my fight. They're too far ahead. If they come back to me, fair enough. I'm saving my push to pass, really, to defend from Charlie behind. Because he's within that danger zone for sure. I've got over 2 laps. Well, I've got about 2 laps, I think. Just over 2 minutes. So, lap and a half pretty much. Lap and 3/4. To use to defend from Charlie. It seems that Sam and Matthias have gone side by side and maybe had a little bit of a tangle there. So, you don't have to worry about them. Just me and Charlie. But I know how precarious the dirty air is here. I'm hoping that's going to affect him. Don't want to lose position. Want to maintain track position. Staying right on my tail.
Your lap time was at 137.1.
Right, he's using push to pass. He hasn't got enough to get in the air. Held him off there. Still saving that push to pass.
Just ignore it, will go away.
If he's turned it off, we'll keep an eye on the relative. We'll soon know whether or not he's still got it turned on. I don't think he has. I think he's turned it off. So he'll have enough to recharge. The recharge time is 100 seconds. He'll have enough to recharge before the last lap. But I hopefully got enough in the tank to hold him off.
Away from the guy behind. The gap's now 0.9.
Gained a little bit of time on him there,
0.9.
thankfully.
2 laps left.
So I've now got push to pass on. Might use it a touch too early, but I think we'll be alright. At the end of the race now. Yeah, I feel we got enough. He's had a little bit, he's fallen off the wagon a little bit the last couple of laps. Or fallen off the boil, come off the boil. Whichever metaphor you'd like. No. Oh, I hate the off tracks at Silverstone, man.
Last lap.
Oh. It wasn't my fastest lap last time, technically speaking. Because we got an off track.
Leader's just done 135.2.
There we go, across the line.
P9. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done.
Ooh, I'll take that, guys. P9 there, P9. Some great fighting in there, especially with Charlie and Matthias. Yeah, let's go unpackage what happened at the start. Still not foggy. Need to see it from overhead shot to see exactly what occurred. And then we'll have a look at that great fight that happened in the middle of the race with Charlie and Matthias. Right, guys, let's have a look exactly what occurred here at the start. So, a couple of slow starters there. Maybe just by design, wanting to take it easy. But we're keeping an eye out on the three in front of us, basically, especially the white car. Right, so here we go. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't realise I nearly got hit there. Wow, okay, right, so let's bring it back and slow this down. So he did go wide. I see, this is what I do remember. I was like, well, there's a gap for the apex and I need to turn in for it, which is what I went into. He's locked up, and then, yeah, I think my assumptions were correct, guys, at the time. So he's obviously made a slight little error there by locking up and going a little bit deep. And then at the same time, of course, he's got the red car on his outside turning in. And because of that, he's then had to turn in. He's turned in a little bit more to avoid that, I think. Of course, I'm carrying a little bit too much through that apex anyway because of how shallow I am. So I don't quite hit, and well, I definitely don't hit and stay tight to the apex. And then this guy's spinning, but is he spinning because he got touched? And then because I've basically like stuck alongside this guy, that's forced him into the red spinning car. So let's just slow that down again. But yeah, he's missing the apex entirely, the white car. He's the first one to make a mistake. I slightly lock up my front right. Red car's spinning. That I kind of inadvertently pushed the white car into the red car. And then, absolutely nowhere, this yellow car rejoining because he's kind of got caught up in that incident. Nearly takes me out. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I'm intrigued to see if the white car did spin the red car, though, or if he just spun it on his own. We've gone a little bit more overhead here just to see if the contact was made, which forced him into a spin, or was it by himself? I know, yeah, definite. There's definite contact there. You can see he's having to counter steer. That is actually what sent him into a spin. And then, yeah, I haven't helped the situation by, of course, coming up that guy's inside there and kind of, yeah, forcing him into that car unintentionally. I'm not that clever, guys, to do that, and I'm also not that mean. But yeah, wow. Lucky, as I said, you got to take your luck sometimes, and we did there. I was more curious as to whether or not I did anything untoward, and yeah, don't think I did. So yeah, that was interesting. Let's go and have a look at the mega fight that occurred in the middle of the race. So we're going to start this sequence from the start of the lap, really, because I want you to keep an eye out on Connor here, who is in the red and green livery, and keep an eye on his roll hoop because he uses push to pass here down the main straight. And at the time I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to use my push to pass because I will save it for an attack the next lap. I'm most likely not going to get an opportunity to attack him. However, he turns it off at the end of the straight down to Brooklands. So that's making me think, as you heard at the time with my thought process, that I can now, he's not going to use this. I'm already in the offset, so I can use my push to pass here. I'm close enough. I'm going to turn my push to pass on just as we get through cops. You'll see that my roll hoop, the green light starts to flash, as you can see there. So I've got it turned on. I'm trying to stay as close as I can through Maggots and Beckett's. Very difficult this week with the dirty air in the fixed setup, and I'm hoping to have an opportunity down into Stowe Corner. Now, I'm not quite close enough, so as I said at the time, I'm going to leave my push to pass on. I know that he still has that 100-second recharge time, and he's not going to be able to use it. So I've got that extra boost of power for a little while longer. Maybe I can get him down into turn one, and that's exactly the opportunity that we got. Stayed close through here, of course. That extra boost of acceleration, and what I didn't expect here from Connor was him to go defensive into turn one. So I did a very, very satisfying cutback, dropped it down into fifth gear, got that extra acceleration, and that allowed me to get alongside him, still having push to pass turned on because I want that extra boost of power. And you can see the light is now turned off. I turned it off as I went into turn three, and to be honest, that was a mistake because I thought I had enough speed and I had the move done on Connor, which in effect I did. But I didn't expect Matthias here to come steaming up the inside with his push to pass with a double toe. And fortunately, I had enough grip to maintain the position, but it wasn't done and dusted there. Matthias was coming straight back at me. Now, here's the key here. He's also turned his push to pass off. You can see the slow flashing means we're in the cooldown mode of the push to pass. And yeah, if he had push to pass turned on, he probably would have had enough to at least get ahead of me into Cop's Corner and made it a little bit more hairier of a situation for me. And because of that, because he had to lift through Cops, he then left himself vulnerable to Connor behind. And then that gave me the breathing space as, look at this, with these three behind. Going free wide into Stowe. Sam there. Like, yes, thank you guys, thank you, keep fighting. But you can see there like the thought process of myself using push to pass, and that allowed me to maintain track position. Connor's 100-second cooldown of his push to pass is long gone, so he can use it whenever he sees fit, but he's not using that at the moment. And then it becomes a level playing field again, and seeing whether or not I can time it correctly, see the hallmark signs of whether if he is going to be using his push to pass. Those hallmark signs, of course, it's easier to see if you're attacking because of the red flashing light on the rear of the car ahead, but if you're trying to use it from a defending position, you're having to keep checking your mirrors. You can see, of course, if that roll hoop is flashing, which is quite difficult to do if you're checking the mirrors. You only really get to see it clearly when they're right on your behind. Or keep an eye on the relative. You'll see that the relative, especially down the straights, you'll know, especially in the fixed setup, you'll see that gap closing. You'll see it come down a couple of attempts because of that extra boost in power that they've got. And then you can counteract that by, of course, using your own push to pass. So it's much easier to use to attack and, of course, offset, as I like to do. But when you're defending, you need to just keep an eye out for those hallmark signs. And of course, I was fortunate enough that I knew Connor was far enough back that I had enough in hand that if I could get to that last couple of laps with the amount of push to pass remaining I had enough pace in hand, even with him to using his push to pass, that he wouldn't be able to get past me. And yeah, lo and behold, that was the case. So yeah, I hope you learned a lot throughout that race, and you learned a bit more of my insights of how to use push to pass. Hopefully you guys don't use it against me. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have your own way of approaching push to pass? Do you just like to go gun-ho and use it all the time, or save it to the end, or are you a little bit more thinking like me? Yeah, that's what I love about this series, is that there's more than to just going fast. You need to think about using push to pass more strategically, especially at tracks where it's more effective. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that though. Some great racing once again, really having fun here at Silverstone. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be another video or so before the week is out. So remember to hit that like and subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.